Good morning. My name is Andre Russell. I'm the founder of ROG Labs. Before we get into ROG Labs, I'm going to give you a little bit about my background. I've been in the men's grooming industry for over a decade, cultivating relationships with some of the experts in the industry, as well as some of the consumers. We've been able to foster some good relationships, and throughout that time, I've been asked a continuous question from the consumer is, will this work? Does this work? Will this work? So my goal currently is to merge the industry experts' information, the consumer's concern with technology, more or less modernize grooming. So what we have here, we have an individual here who is frustrated because he has so many products but no direction. So what that usually causes for men is what we call decision fatigue. Billions are spent annually on men's product, yet the guessing still remains. Most men struggle to distinguish between effective products, routines, and marketing noise, resulting in frustrating users and insufficient results. Ultimately, when men invest in self-care, they're not just doing it for their wives or their ladies, they're also doing it to build their self-confidence. Here's some fun facts. 68% of men ages 25 through 50 prioritize their appearance more now than they did 5 years ago, according to a study done by Just for Men. Most men struggle to distinguish between effective products, routines, marketing, and marketing noise. Okay. So here's the solution, ROG Labs. ROG Labs, our mantra is your face, your formula. Our software is a biometric tool that delivers personalized grooming intelligence through advanced facial analysis. And here are some of our key capabilities. We have advanced facial scanning opportunities. We identify skin conditions, beard density, and challenges in live time. We generate personalized routines, and we also are able to track your status as time goes on. We've bridged the gap between products, barbers, and data analysis. And we also offer precise recommendations through 3 different forms. We have a mobile app, we have a QR station, and we have a personalized kiosk. And we're on pace to build a large men's data set so we can get the proper information to move forward. The next slide, we're going to be talking about how the technology works. As you can see, this is a biometric scan, and the process is simple. You scan, analyze, personalize, and it recommends a solution. So as you can see, this gentleman here has dark spots, patchy beard, and the dry skin. So this is pre-scan and post-scan. After the scan, he was recommended a personalized routine. He was also recommended the proper product to get rid of the dark spots, the patchy beard, and the dry skin. The industry for men's grooming is very robust. It's an $80 billion industry, growing a lot over the last 5 years. 25 of those billions are parked in America alone, not to mention the 5 to 8 billion that are growing with the advancement of AI and other technology tools. Our target segment are men ages 25 through 44, simply because they're the ones who have the biggest demand. The demand is rising for that age group. They actually cover half of the 80 billion, or a little bit more than half of the 80 billion in the global market. Here are some of the states and cities that offer the biggest boom in men's grooming. Of course, you have your metropolises such as New York and Los Angeles, but there's other states and markets, especially in the Southeast, that are growing tremendously, and we want to take part in that. Now, I own a company by the name of Royal Oils Grooming Company. This is the parent company to ROG Labs. We produce and manufacture these high quality products. So right now, we're on pace to make $96,000. We're in 15 retail locations, mainly barbershops, but we have another 15 that we're targeting, that we're in, but we haven't seen their traction yet because we just developed the relationship. Over a decade in business, we've been able to amass 9,000 email subscribers. And like I said, we've been established since 2016. Currently, when it comes to the facial scan and traction, we're still in testing and beta phases, but we've been able to partner with Winston-Salem State University, my alum, and we were able to do some scans at their location. And we're currently in partnership for the next 90 days with Crunch Fitness, where we're able to utilize their locations over the weekends so that we can get more feedback on the scans. And we're also in talk with the Westin Hotel because they believe in wellness for their entrepreneurs. Our pilot and stage is we want to get 20 premier barbershops, luxury gyms, and hotels, and we want to scale that up. The business model is business to consumer. We're selling memberships. We also sell the products. And when it comes to the barbershops and other facilities, we want to do software as a system. Our seed ask would be $150,000 so that we can grow our marketing, also scale our product, and create strong stakeholder relationships in the community. My team, we have a COO, Shamara Harris. We have a marketing director, Merle Moraine II, and we have our app developer and software engineer, Joshua Mason. So I want you guys to meet your grooming architect. If you want, you can scan today. We have opened the premium version for 24 hours so you guys can get full utilization of it. Thank you. I'm Andre Russell.
All right. Good job, Andre. That's all. Is it the first time you have stood up and given this full pitch, or have you done it a couple times? Yes. Well, you did a great job. Couple of thoughts I had. One of my first questions anytime I'm sitting down with a founder is I always try to find out what is the founding story. And you kind of led with that, your background, and talk about the founding story. Why are you doing this? Why are you the person to do this, and why are you doing this? So keep you started with that. Keep kind of working on making people understand why you've decided to go from Royal Oils to doing this. And again, I think you started with that. Big fan of keeping it simple. Tell what you do. You had one slide on there that had a bunch of the different things that you do. You may want to simplify that a little bit. Just tell 1, 2, maybe 3 things that, what's the core of what you are trying to do. Some of those are just features, right? And so, and then I guess the only other question, which I think I understand, that the business model is both B2C and B2B, right? I mean, the barber shop can be the customer of the software, absolutely, right? And then the consumer is obviously buying the products. They can also be a customer of the software.
Yes, they have a downloadable app that they can use. They can use it on the website, or it'll be on the App Store soon. So they'll be able to download that and get product recommendation before they purchase.
Got it. Yeah. No, that's great. I think you did a good job of not going too deep into the tech. Everybody gets wowed by the AI stuff. I'm sure you're using some of that behind the scenes. I think it's that's a next meeting. Your job in this meeting is to pique somebody's interest that they want to take it offline, or they want to get you to the next meeting. And so I think you did a great job there.
Appreciate that.
Hello to a fellow Ram.
Oh, how you doing?
See, Ramily. I have several questions, but I'll start with maybe the simplest one, which is your data set. How big of a data set are you trying to build out in order to validate?
Well, we want to get men's beard density. We want to get skin elasticity. So we have about 5 points that we really want to hammer down when it comes to the data set.
Okay, and how many people? 1,000, 10,000?
We want to get to 10,000 scans.
Okay. How close are you?
Right now we're at 250 scans on soft launches.
Mm-hmm. Second question, is the product recommendation solely your products, or are you going to have a plethora of other products to choose from?
Right now it's solely my product, but as we build out the software, we'll be white labeling. So we'll be able to introduce the software as a system for other products, so they won't just pigeonhole us to just our products, but we still can make revenue from the software itself.
And then you mentioned memberships, but if you're successful in the scan and the product recommendation, why would I keep subscribing as a member?
Well, because it tracks your progress. And so basically with the membership, you get a scan membership, but that gets you discounts on the price of the item. So it's kind of like it evens out. You know, you pay a monthly membership for the scan, but you also receive a discount on your products as long as you're a member.
And then I had one other question, but I can't read my own handwriting, so. I think it's interesting. I think there's a lot of this for women, of course. So when you are laser focused on male grooming habits, and then including in things that are unique to men, I think it's an interesting application of something we've seen somewhere else. So I think if you are studying competitors, especially in the female space, I've gone through probably 10 of these kind of, scan your face. Is this too dry? Are you oily? Is this your right makeup? Da, 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 da. So I think as you continue to grow and scale up, really avoid a lot of the pitfalls by looking at the things that have gone on on that side of things, and go from there. That might have been the question I couldn't read, but are you at all going to pitch to partners? I know you said this is a personal grooming situation where men are improving their looks for themselves, but as a secondary market, touching the wives, the girlfriends, the potential boo out there and saying, hey, do you like full beard and your man ain't got one? Send him this way.
Yeah, absolutely. That was one of the reasons we decided to do the partnership with Crunch, because they have 50,000 members. 30% of those are females. So we'll be able to introduce it. Typically, even with growing the product company, the women have been at the forefront because men are relatively new to this grooming fad, or what seems like a fad, especially post 2020, right? So a lot of guys are now starting to understand the importance of that, but it's their ladies. And I've noticed the trend of, and it's just speaking to my friends, like, you're in the shower, your girl got a bunch of stuff. Well, this smells good, let me try this. So typically, and our products are all natural. So women use our products, such as our soaps and our scrubs, but we just direct them to men because you guys already have everything. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody going, ooh, this looks fancy. No, I think good job. Do we have time? Juan, timekeeper, somebody? Good, okay. Can you go back to your slide where you're talking specifically maybe about membership? Because you had something at the bottom there and I just didn't catch it.
Was it this one? Oh yeah, so this right here is I was just pretty much discussing how we're going to partner with these locations. And so with the barbershops, we're going to do the software, but as far as the individuals, they get the memberships, not the businesses. And if it was this pitch, we were just talking about how you can download the platform, and all members who have the platform, in order for you to get the premium version, you have to be a member. There's a freemium version, but it's very basic, right? So you just get maybe one scan, one general read. It doesn't go into the hydration levels, the beer density, things like that.
Okay, thank you. Good job.
Appreciate it.
Hey, one last idea is if the goal is to get a lot more scans and get, cut down the friction on that, and you may want to give it to the barbers for a month or 2 or 3 as a pilot, or give it to them for a little while. Just encourage them to give you lots of scans. Obviously, you're going to get the revenue from the product sales. So anyway, just an idea to.
Absolutely. I actually have one of the barbers here today. We're launching at his location, so he's actually an owner of one of the no greases. So yeah, we'll be giving it to them for free so we can go ahead and scale and see what it's like. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.